Yes, certainly one is concerned to hear that we have unemployed graduates. It's worrying. But in contrast to all other categories of young people, more graduates find employment than non-graduates or matriculants. So graduates, if you look at the Stats SA data, are more in employment than other categories of young people. The ones we're really worried about are those who don't have education and training of any kind whatsoever, what they call needs. Those are in the millions, and we have to address their particular skills training and education needs through, I think, the community college sector and TVET colleges. That's where I think we can create a new type of skilled young person for the country. We are working and talking to not-for-profit organizations that are involved in youth skills development. So you have organizations like Harambe, for example. We are looking at what form of partnership they could have with us as government. Another way the president could create jobs for young people. There are a lot of very enterprising young people. I meet them all the time. And if government can act on its decision that it will procure from small and medium-sized entrepreneurs, we will create enough entrepreneurs and loads of jobs for young people. See, if I've invented a radio or computer, tablet, and government decides every child in school must have a tablet, and decides they'll contract from this small entrepreneur, that entrepreneur is set for life and will employ many more young people. I think that there has to be a rethink about the system. I think the idea of sector training bodies is important and should be retained. But I think the way they are constituted is a huge administrative challenge and is very costly for the country. It might be better to have an overarching governance body and then have these sector bodies more concerned with the actual skills training and the learnerships, rather than having these big administrations that they have with their own CEOs and so on. You know, so smaller, neater sector office concerned with ensuring that there are skills and other opportunities made available to working people and to young people. But the actual oversight, the administrative authority, would be a larger national body, in my view. For many in our community, the aspiration of advancement was through university, and technical and vocational education were not seen as something that is ambitious. So we are having to change not just the institutions, but the attitude of our parents and our communities to technical and vocational education. And absolutely true, these TVETs have been under-resourced. Also, the change that we made post-2009 was made with the same staff who had been in the FET colleges over many years. Many of them really had been involved in training of a very different order. So they were somewhat quasi-technical schools rather than post-secondary colleges. We're now having to change their character, their ethos, the programs they offer. My vision for future campuses is we're going to adopt the Indian approach, and we're going to have specialization. So I'm going to have colleges that are focused on ICT, for example, rather than just doing business management, cosmetology, you know. are we going to move into the next century?